Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a amigurumi style cow plushie, one that I've been trying to format into a type of pattern for everyone. So I hope that you enjoy this, and please sit back, relax and watch my tutorial video. To start off this plushie, we're going to start with a magic ring, and we're going to put 4 stitches into that magic ring. The second round, you're going to try and increase the stitches with an increased stitch on every stitch. Then once you've gone ahead and done that, you're going to do round 3, which is just a normal crochet. And then what we're going to do for round 4 is we're going to go around one more time and then finish off the leg and tighten it all through. Cut the yarn and leave that to the side. And the same process goes again. Then we're going to pick up onto round 6, and like round 4, we're going to chain 2 and then look at the other side of the leg and then stitch 22 stitches around. This bit may be a little bit complicated due to that of where the stitches are placed and where the ending of the previous row has been placed. So once you've gone ahead and done that, you're going to work around and place the further stitches on the other side of that bridge that connects both the legs together. Then essentially what we're going to do is we're going to try and widen the waist of the body. And in order to do that, we're going to do in row 8, we're going to increase 2 on 2 of the stitches and then 18 stitches. But before we can do that, we've got to work around a row of single crochet to add a bit of definition and height to the piece on this amigurumi plushie. And we're just working through that now for you guys, and this is what it looks like so far. It doesn't look like much, but we are getting a lot more of the volume that I was looking for when starting this piece, so bear with it. It is a process and I hope that you enjoy it. So now we're coming up to the row 8, where we initially said that we were going to increase 2 stitches and then work 18 stitches. Row 9 to row 12. On this piece in particular, I was going to add a splash of colour, but I'll add this in for you guys. From row 9 to row 12, this is the following, in which if you wanted to add a different colour, then go ahead and do this. But for this context, I just carried on as normal and just worked through the rows as is. So if you wanted to add colour, this is the notation for you. 4 stitches in colour, 5 stitches in body, 13 stitches in colour. Row 10, 4 stitches in colour, 4 stitches in body, 14 stitches in colour. Row 11, 5 stitches in colour, 4 stitches in body colour, 14 stitches in colour. And then to finalize, you'll end up with a little patchwork cow patch to the side of the body. And then once you've done that, we're just going to work around a single crochet around the body. And that's what it should look like. However, just to finalize that, we're just going to decrease 4 stitches, decrease 4 stitches, decrease 2 stitches, decrease 4 stitches, bringing us to row 13, and then row 14 will be stitch decrease 6 times. Now making a plan with the head of this amigurumi plushie. I didn't want to make it too flat, so I went with a spherical pattern, which essentially is a magic circle of 6, and then you increase twice on every stitch, making it to 12 stitches in total. And then in this circumstance, in row 3, you stitch increase 6 times, getting you to to 18 stitches. And then row 4, you do 2 stitches, increase 6 times. Then row 5, you go to 3 stitches and increase, and that gives you the 30. Then round 6, we do 1 complete row of crochet, and then from 7 to 11 rows, you crochet stitch a single round of crochet for the next 5 rounds. Now at this point it's going to start looking a little bit more curved. That is what we are looking for here, because we don't want something that's going to look too unusually shaped, because this is going to be for the head. Then what we're going to do is on round 12, when we get to the end of that, we're going to just start slip, single crochet, decrease 10 times. And then row 13 we'll start to begin to go further into reducing the stitch count. So we'll do decrease, stitch, 2 decrease, stitch, 2 decrease, stitch, 2 decrease, stitch, 2 decrease, and then that will get us down to 12. And then this is what it should look like. Bear in mind with my fingers, guys, it's a bit of a fiddly process, this. And that's me just checking everything out for you guys. That's the size comparison of when they're both together, so I hope that you guys are happy with that. I know I am. It took me quite a long time to do that. So now we're going to head across and move on to the ears. So I just carried on with the type of wool that I had to hand, and we're going to do just a magic circle with 6 stitches. Then round 2 we're going to do a stitch increase 3 times, and we're going to repeat that process for both of the ears. That's one of them. And then I also did one off camera. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attempt the snout once I've done this other ear. Remember, guys, to always link your ends together, because it's very handy to have everything tidy, so when you start pinning things onto the body it's easier for you to work onto. There's the ears there going, and now we're going to start the snout. So the snout was a bit of a hard thing to process and get my head around, but here's the way in which I got it. So we're going to chain 5, then on round 2 we're going to do 3 stitches, then we're going to do 3 stitches into the chain coming onto the second side, and then do 3 stitches again. That should get to us 9. Then on round 3 we're going to increase, and then we're going to do 3 stitches and increase, 2 stitches and increase, and 2 stitches to get us to 12. That's the snout done. Now the arms are the very trickiest for me, because it takes a while for me to get used to it. So here's my attempt on making the small little arms. We're gonna do a magic circle, and we're gonna do 4 stitches into that magic circle. We're then gonna do on round 2 4 increases into each stitch. Then round 3 to 4 we're gonna do 2 rounds of crochet. Then on round 3 we're gonna do 2 stitches, a decrease twice, getting us down to 6 stitches. Then round 4 we're gonna stitch around for 4 times, on 6 stitches, so that will be 24 stitches, and then this is what it will look like. Now they'll look a little bit flat and deflated in the moment, but these are all the pieces, and we'll start going ahead and putting everything together. So I already pre-stuffed everything ready for everyone to see what it would look like, and this is the sort of body to ratio I was looking for. And this is what the arms look like. So now we're just going to stitch the arms onto the body. And this process is meant to be very rustic and very realistic, because the amigurumi style in which I do everything is not to perfection, so there's always things that you could always tweak. And this pattern here that I'm presenting to you guys is going to be something that everyone can have a go at, and everyone enjoy my videos. So please share, follow, comment and like, and follow us along for more juicy content like